Elaborate more on working on teams as a software engineer. What exactly does that mean? And like I've talked to other engineers and they always team, team. They always mention the word team and my team, we did this and, you know, um, we got together as a team and did that. And your teams, members of your team are all over the world. Like, how does that work as a software engineer?
Yeah, so I think that's something that'll depend like on different companies with different goals. Um, for example, my team at Chase, I think the easiest way to describe it is that you separate certain responsibilities into teams.
Okay.
My sole focus at Chase was anything investment related. So like mobile investment team was what I did at Chase. And so that included features on like investment dashboards. Like if you open an app, if you open an account within the Chase or JP Morgan iOS app, like
Mhm.
that was our realm of things to work on.
Okay.
And there were a couple teams that did have overlap, but typically I feel like it is pretty standard across the board to separate these teams in terms of specific areas of responsibility. So I work on the ads at Spotify in a more
Okay.
like specific way, like a more internal way. Um, but typically these teams will have 1 to 2 engineers of a certain discipline. So you might have like 2 iOS, 2 Android, um, a web engineer or 2, or it just depends on the company and what
Okay.
you're doing. Like I think my team size at Chase was roughly 12. We had like 3 iOS, 3 Android, um, but no designers on our team.
Mm.
Whereas like other companies may have designers that mix in with a certain team too. So it's interesting in terms of passing requirements from
Okay.
like product teams over to your engineers. So typically like at Chase, we had a person on our team that was in charge of saying like, okay, here's what they want.
Okay.
So they would pass these requirements on to the engineers, where my job was really just like get a requirement and finish it and like do the task, which is a bit different at Spotify, where I have, more of a voice. I have more autonomy to say like, you know, I think a better way to do this could be this. And then
Mhm.
a lot of the discussions at Spotify are more open to that sort of collaboration where you
Okay.
may have some sort of input that someone else didn't see before, and that could change the requirements that you may be
Mhm.
pursuing at the time. So I think it's a very broad uh, term to have a team, and I know like smaller companies might have like 3 people on a team, might
Yeah.
have like 1 iOS, 1 Android, and um, like one business side. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
very um, it varies a lot, but I think the easy way to understand it for me would be like, what's this team's responsibility? And then just understand that everyone on this team is working toward this one goal. And then when you
Okay.
think about a giant company like a Spotify, like there's many teams. So then that kind of moves in unison.